Hey guys, welcome back to another podcast of I'm Not Okay with Danny G. It's me, Danny G, and I'm still not okay. I hope everyone enjoyed last week's podcast. I hope people listened to last week's podcast. I've gotten a few comments here and there. I love all the love I get on Instagram. Thanks, guys. I love being a grammar for you. Just kidding. I hope everyone had a good week. I hope everything's been good for everyone. Not much has happened with me, except I got a new car. Yes, I got a new car. For those of you who don't know, I was in a car accident about a month ago. I was driving to go help out a friend who needed something, and I told them I would go do something, and I ended up not doing it, so I said, I'm going to make it up to them. I'm going to go do what I need to do. So after work, I went home a different way, the first time I've ever went this way, and on my way to the club I was going to pick up something, there was a 18-wheeler tire in the road, and I was exiting, and so I went to swerve to miss the tire, and my car fishtailed, and I hit the medium, like where you exit, the cement part, and my car got hit. I was scared. This was my first accident, like, on the highway, and I was by myself, and I was in a place I didn't know. I was okay. No airbags deployed. The car got hit in the front, right side, right corner. I called my dad, crying and freaking out. I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, do I call the cops? What do I do? And he was like, no, just come home. There was no other cars involved. You just come home. Said okay. I was not texting and I was not talking to anyone on the phone, for those of you wondering. I actually had called my friend when I got out of work, and she ignored my phone call, and I texted her, are you ignoring me? And she said yes. And I was like, oh, all right, that's cool. Be that way, ho. So no, I didn't say that. So I wasn't on the phone because I didn't talk to anyone. So then I ended up calling her, and I was like, oh my God, I hit my car. I've never been in an accident before. I'm freaking out. She didn't care. So I drove home crying the whole way. I was trying to use my GPS to get to the place I needed to go, and I guess I never turned it off because when I got back on the road to go home, it was still taking me to the freaking location, which I didn't need. I wanted to go home. I ended up getting home. The front of my car is just... it's not bad. Like, it was fixable. It was definitely fixable. So the next day I took it to a body shop, and they said it was going to be $3,000 to fix, which I know isn't true now, but, people got to make money, I guess, and they try to get over on me. And I didn't have $3,000 laying around, so they said, well, we can chunk it for you, or we can fix it for you. So I told them they could have the car. They gave me $500 for it, and it was worth so much more. It's cool. Something better than nothing. Then I didn't have a car, and it was pretty rough. I was getting rides from family. I've been getting rides from family, and it's been rough because they have to pick me up from my house to take me to work. Then when I get out of work, they come pick me up from work and take me back to my house, and it's so degrading and embarrassing, and having to listen to them because they're upset or they're annoyed, and then I feel guilty, and it's like, oh, this is my punishment. I have to listen to them bitch and moan because what else can I do? A friend of mine gave me a ride for like a week. It was awesome. She stayed here with me, and I was super thankful, and I'm super appreciative still, even now. It was so nice to get a break from family helping me out because I just felt like shit about it. So, yada, yada, yada. I don't have a car. Life sucks. That's why I've been kind of down lately. I've kind of mentioned in my past podcast. I got a car, and I love it. It's beautiful. It's actually the car I've always wanted. I've always wanted this car, and it's so awesome. It's a little bit older model, and it has quite a few miles on it, but I don't care. The car works, and it gets me to point A to point B. Also, it's like so fast. I was accidentally going 80 on the highway. Accidental. Like, I didn't even know I was going that fast because it didn't feel like it. Oh, it drives so smooth. But I feel so good to have my independence again and to be able to just, if I want to go somewhere, I can go. I don't have to call someone. I can do what I want. It's so nice, guys. But to anyone who is listening who did help me, thank you. I appreciate it. I do with my whole heart. I appreciate everything anyone ever does for me. And I'm that type of person. If you need something, I will be there. If I can help you, I will help you. I've been known that that's a flaw of mine, that I tend to help when I shouldn't. But if I can, I will. So thank you to anyone and everyone who helped me, whether it was rides or just being there to hear me cry and talk, whatever. Thank you. So with that being said, not a lot's happened in my life because I couldn't really do much. I couldn't like explore or hang out. So stuck at home, I watched a lot of TV. Then I got kind of tired of TV, and then I fell down a YouTube hole, and I just started watching YouTube. And not just like random videos on YouTube. I'm the type of person, like, I'll find a YouTuber, and if I like them, I'll watch a video, and then from there, I have to watch every single one of their videos. And I gotta talk about it. And then I gotta go find them on Instagram. Then I gotta find them on Twitter and Facebook. And I have to, like, reach out to them. I don't know. So, I'll go down a few of the YouTubers I've watched and my thoughts on them. And definitely would love to hear your guys' thoughts on them. And if there's any other YouTubers I should, like, watch or look out for. Because I kind of like YouTube right now. I'm about it. I don't like posting on YouTube, because that's just not my thing. I just don't have the face for it. And I like podcasting. That's what I've always wanted to do. I would never want it to be on YouTube, but I was told it was better, so I tried it out. And I have a YouTube channel. I haven't posted in a while, and I know I said I was going to try harder, and I had lots of video, and I had lots of content. But things go down and things happen, and so I lost some, got rid of some, and then sometimes it wouldn't show up on my laptop, so I kind of was like, ugh, YouTube's not for me. So I'll get back to it eventually, maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I've never really wanted to get into the YouTube game. That's a hard game to get into, I think. I think podcasting alone is a hard game. But anyways, so the first YouTuber that I just fell in love with happened to be James Charles. Hi, sister. I did make a YouTube video because after watching his videos so much, and he's a beauty guru, by the way, so he was all about makeup and how to put it on and, cheap makeup, expensive makeup, and different, looks. And I like that stuff. I'm a girl. What can I say? So one of his looks, I was like, oh, this looks easy and obtainable. So I went out and spent way too much money and tried to, make a funny YouTube video, kind of like, because I liked him so much. And I just fell in love with Sister James. All about him. Love him. I still watch him. But I will never be able to do what he does. Like, that's another thing. I can't put out the stuff they do. Like, I don't know how to put on makeup. I'm learning from a 17-year-old gay boy. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying he has better skills than me. And not only is he the opposite sex, he's younger. And I hope no one takes that out of context or in the wrong way. I'm just saying. He's got mad skills. And I'm an old fart, and I still can't get a freaking wing liner to save my life. I had a friend of mine she helped me out, and she did better than me, and she don't even wear makeup. But my next YouTuber that I started watching was Tana Mojo. She's just a storyteller on YouTube, so she just tells like her wild and outrageous stories. So it's kind of like a podcast, but on YouTube. And she's another young one. They're like crazy young, and I always feel weird watching younger YouTubers, but that seems to be like what's being put out there. And I don't even know how old she is. I know her birthday just recently passed, but she has some crazy story times. Like, my goodness, that girl has gone through some stuff. Like, not even I have done a lot of the stuff she's done. Like, crazy stories. So they're fun and they're interesting, and I enjoy those. Okay, so I don't love drama, but I like to watch drama from a distance. Like, I don't want to be in it, but I'll watch it. And she was, like, jam-packed with drama. So some stuff went down with her recently. She had a convention called TanaCon. It was because something happened with her and VidCon, another convention where like all these YouTubers go and they talk or they perform and they have panels. Like, it looks like a really good time, and I would love to go, but I'm not from Cali and they don't do like traveling stuff. So she ended up making up her own because I guess she's not YouTuber friendly in the best sense, and she gets demonetized all the time. So she made up her own convention, and I still don't even know what happened. The drama's still reeling in, but apparently she had to cancel, and people like lost money because they flew out there to see her, or they got hotels and they were waiting in long lines. I guess she just didn't expect the outcome to be as big as it was. So she is going through some stuff. I'm not enjoying her drama. I feel really bad, and I kind of don't even know what's happening still, but because I have no life, I just live my life through these YouTubers. My next YouTuber is Miss Trisha Paytas. I have watched her from years ago, and what I love about her, she, by the way, she does like different stuff, hauls, like she buys a whole bunch of stuff, like expensive. She'll buy like Gucci. She goes on like $300,000 vacations and she vlogs about it. She also, I think she's most known for now is her two things. Her mukbangs, where she eats in front of a camera and she's talking just about whatever. And I like watching those because like I'll get something and I try to eat whatever she's eating or something close to it. And I'll just listen to her talk about whatever she's talking about in her life, and it's nice. And then she's also known for like just being the best at like putting her life out there. And what I love about Trisha is that it's like every time she's going through something, I'm not going through the same thing, but like I always feel her pain. Like she just has it rough and she doesn't have the best of people in her life, and she's very isolated and she gets anxiety, and I just feel like I relate to her so much in the sense that like I have friends and I love my friends, but sometimes you know how you have friends and you still feel alone. Like she feels that way and I feel that way. Like she puts her breakups out there and like you just see her being a hot mess, and it's so nice because it's like, oh, I'm a hot mess too right now, girl. Like I got you. I know how you're feeling. I'm about it. I know it. So she was dating a really big YouTuber. He's not even big. She was dating Jason Nash, a YouTuber who is associated with like the world's biggest YouTuber, David Dobrik. And they broke up, and she put it out there, and you know she's like on the floor crying, and she's explaining it and why they broke up and how he called her fat and it broke her heart and this and that, and he was really harsh to her because she's so sensitive. And I was like, damn, like I'm going through a breakup too. Like they didn't call me fat, but she got dumped and she didn't want to be because she genuinely loved him. And I'm like, girl, I feel you. I got dumped and I didn't want to be. Like I genuinely cared for that person. But you kind of like just get through it. And so it's nice watching someone who is going through it because you're like, oh, let me like feel for them so I don't have to be in my head and in my feelings. So I like her. I do like David Dobrik's YouTube channel. He just vlogs, and he only makes like little 4-minute vlogs of like the most outrageous shit with his friends, and like gets a blowtorch, or he buys someone a car, and it's just a lot of fun. I mean, it happens so fast, and it's all in like 4-minute time span, so you're like, oh my god. But I enjoy his too. There's like a few new ones I've just started getting into, and that I have just fallen in love with. The first newer YouTuber that I've watched are they're twin boys. I think they're 18 now, maybe 19. No, I think they're 18. They're called the Dolan Twins, and they're best friends, and they just do a whole bunch of different stuff. Like they do challenges, or they'll do comparisons of like people out in the world, and they're really funny. And they started really young. I think they actually started on Vine. R.I.P. Vine. And they're funny. I like them. I don't know why. I like all these freaking young YouTubers. I guess because I want to be young and I'm not. So I'm like, oh, let me watch all these cool kids do all this fun stuff that I didn't even do at my age because I was being stupid. So I just found them. They're hilarious. They're funny. I like their story, I guess, because, you know, they explained how it's always just been them and they didn't have the best growing up life. Like they had a good life, but they got bullied a lot, and that hits me so hard. I don't even know why. I wasn't even bullied, but like I just hate hearing people have a hard time growing up, especially as adolescents. Like I just hate that shit. Like I just wish I could give them a hug. Be like, "Yeah, bro, don't even worry about it. Like you're so much better now than where you were." I guess I like them because they got bullied a lot in like their adolescent times, and they got made fun of, and they had to drop out of school, but they always had each other. And I don't know, I really like that story. I myself have twins in my family, and they're super close, and I love them so much. So I don't know, something about twins I love. And they're super funny. I like them. They're young and they're stupid, but they're so funny. I don't even know why they're funny. But Dolan twins, they're pretty good. My newest one I found, I think it's like the youngest YouTuber I watch. I think she's 16. Is Emma Chamberlain. I don't even know what it is, but this girl, the way she talks is me. It's my life. Like the way she'll make a YouTube video. I think she just kind of vlogs is what she does. But as you're watching it, she'll chime in where she was editing, and she's like, "Oh my god, I was so stupid right here," or "I said this," and she's just funny. She's also vegan, which I love. So like sometimes she makes stuff and I'm like, "Oh cool, I could make that if I wanted to." Emma Chamberlain is life. Everything she says is life. I fell down a hole with her, and I think I watched her for like an entire day and like found her on Instagram, Twitter, like, oh my god, she's so funny. I'm about her. I'm all about her. An older YouTuber I like is Shane Dawson. He's been around for like ever, and so I watched him back when I was younger, so it's nice that like he's around my age. And so when he puts out content, I'm like, okay, he kind of knows the mindset of where people my age are. I loved all his eating stuff. I loved when he did skits back in the day, music videos. I love his conspiracy videos. I could just watch those. I think I've watched every one of his conspiracy videos. And I will bring them up to people, and I will make them watch them because I want to know, like, their thoughts on it. And I'm like, huh, okay. And I love, like, the evidence he comes with it. So, he's an older YouTuber that I like. Another one, Joe Santagato. He makes just different kinds of stuff, or, like, how to do this, or vlogs, or things like that. But, he's a really funny YouTuber. I like him. He's from New York, so watching his videos I love. Makes me feel like I'm at home. You know, my family's from New York, so like his accent, I'm like, home. But a big reason he's an inspiration to me is that he started off on YouTube a long time ago, and I watched him for a few years now, but he made a podcast. And I was like, oh man, let me see what this is about, because I enjoyed his YouTube videos so much, and I was like, oh no, I want more Joe. So Joe Santagato makes a podcast called The Basement Yard, and they just talk about anything and everything, and I love his podcast. I have heard every single episode, and I love the friends he brings on, or his family, and I love the topics he talks about. I just love everything about his podcast. I love it. And so I think he was like one of the first podcasts I heard, and I was like, I really like this. I enjoy this. Because, like, as he's talking on the podcast, I swear every time I listen to it, like, I'm replying as if he can hear me. Or I'm laughing as if, like, I'm in the room with them. I love that feeling that I get when I listen to that podcast. And so, after hearing him, and I'm talking a while back ago, I was like, I kind of want to make a podcast, I think. And so, he was, one of the main reasons I started wanting to do it. And I never told anyone for the longest time because I was, like, embarrassed. Not necessarily embarrassed, but I was like, not a lot of people know what it is, and I didn't know what I wanted and how to go about it, and so it took a long time for me to finally even say it out loud that I wanted to do it. And thankfully I had the right people in my life at the time who helped me get it started and off the ground. And now here I am, making podcasts for whoever's listening. But his podcast, The Basement Yard, is awesome, and so I was like, I really want to do something like that. Like, I just want it to be whatever I want it to be about, and I want it to be good, and I hope people enjoy it and the content I put in it. And so he was the YouTuber that helped me get started into making podcasts, and I still listen to his podcast every week, and I still watch his YouTube videos. I think, let me see if I can think of any other YouTubers that I have just been binge watching. There's other ones I like that I'll watch here and there, but, like, I'm really not about a lot of people. I don't even know what I'm looking for sometimes. It's not necessarily like a video I'm looking for. I think I just find a YouTuber who I find interesting, and then I want to know everything they've made. And then I like to go back and see the difference between how their videos are now and how they are then. But I really think that's it. That's all I've watched all weekend and all week. Like, I didn't leave my house all weekend, and all I watched was like Dolan Twins, Emma Chamberlain. Dolan Twins, Emma Chamberlain. I've watched a lot of James Charles videos. Sometimes I'll watch him again just because he's funny. Or if I think I'm going to attempt to do makeup, I'll try to watch one of his videos and maybe do it. But oh my God. Being a girl is so hard, and putting on makeup is the worst. It's the worst. It's so time consuming. And then you're just, you can't touch your face, and you never realize how much you want to touch your face until you have makeup on it. Like, I have the worst habit of putting my hands on my cheeks or under my chin, and I look at my hands and they're orange, covered in contour. It is so frustrating. So that's all I've done. But now that I have a car, I'm hoping to go on some adventures and have some more content to give you guys, some more fun stories. Pride is this weekend in San Antonio, and I am going. I don't know if I'm going to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because that's a lot and a lot of driving, and I don't know. But I'm going to Pride this weekend, so hopefully I'll have some fun out there. Maybe I'll talk to someone. Maybe I'll post a video on YouTube of my experience, but I doubt it. It's a lot of work to make YouTube, and I bow down to those who do it. Editing is a bitch, and I don't even know how to edit still. I'm basic. Like, I'm still like, I don't even know how to cut and paste stuff. Like, you can tell in my videos. Basic. But if anything interesting happens, I'll be sure to try and catch it and maybe post a video. But I'll definitely be talking about it. I'm excited. That's all I have to look forward to is Pride this weekend. Nothing else really going on. I'm so sorry if this is going to be a short podcast. Wasn't my intention. Just I really have a lot going on in my life right now. So now that I have a car, I'm hoping I'll have a lot more going on so that I can give more to you. I'll definitely have some more guests come in. Like I said, I still have some friends who I wanted to come in. Still in talks with them to get them in here. It's hard scheduling people who have lives and me who doesn't have a life. But I will do my best. Alright guys, that's it for the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am sorry that it's a bit of a short one this time. I really didn't have a lot going on, and then all of a sudden I had a lot going on. But now that I have a car, I will definitely be going on some adventures so I can come back and tell you guys about them. Go check out the YouTubers I mentioned. They're great, they're funny, they're interesting. They all have something different. So if you're wanting to do makeup, check out James Charles vlogs or like Emma Chamberlain. Funny, stupid challenge stuff. Check out the Dolan Twins. They're hilarious. Conspiracy theories. I'm all about Shane Dawson for those. If you guys know any good YouTubers or anything interesting out there on the net, let me know. I'm always looking for more. I think I live on YouTube now. I don't even watch Netflix and Hulu and all that other stuff. I forgot I even have it. So let me know if you guys know any good YouTubers or anything I should be watching or missing. Alright guys, well that's it for this podcast. I appreciate you all, and I will come back to you again next Wednesday. This has been I'm Not Okay with Danny G. I'm not okay. You're not okay. Let's not be okay together. Alright guys, thanks. Bye.